Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Nao Nails. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a tip to do a cutout moon. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, keep watching and you will. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sculpt out this nail. And we're going to do a Russian almond shape. An almond.
Almond.
So this form will be tilted up slightly because we are doing a Russian almond shape. So if you look at this nail, you can see that if we come straight out the side wall, it's tilting up. Can you see that? So the form is anchoring up slightly. I'm going to be using Max Adhesion, and I'm going to dehydrate the nail and prime. So dehydration, and then I'm going to prime. I'm just using one coat of primer because we're using Max Adhesion. You can get away with not using any primer, but with Andrea's nails, I know we need one coat. I'm going to use Midnight Stardust to do the cutout. You'll need some clear acrylic to start with, and you'll need a beige. So I've got warm beige. You could use soft beige or cameo, any kind of beigey colour that you want. So because I'm sculpting out, I am going to create the shape first of all with a clear bead. And because we're doing a Russian almond nail, we're going to bring the sides down the form. And then it's going to kick up. You want it really thin, but you'd need to make sure you've got a connection between the form and the natural nail. So I'm going to show you the difference between these two tips. So they have different contact areas. Can you see? When I place this one onto the nail to create a moon, it's very deep. And this one is slightly shallower. See? This is the one we're going to use because I don't want it to be really scooped down. It's just a moon that we're creating. It's just that moon. So I'm going to use the Midnight Stardust, which is a gorgeous deep blue with iridescent glitter running through it. You're going to pick a bead up that's bigger than you need. Because you need something to cut into. At this point you just want to get it nice and flush to the cuticle. So as close as you can without flooding. And then you need it to be set enough to cut into. And you'll know that because it'll start to lose its shine. And then you're going to get your tip, line it up, want to press it in and pull the excess away. Now look at that. Perfect moon shape. Just going to run my brush across there to get rid of any of the discoloration from the pigment from that powder. How easy was that? Pretty easy that was. So it's all about getting your angle right as well. You've got to lean right into it. So you don't want to press in this angle or this angle. You've got to make sure that the surface, if you pressed in and the angle was like this, it'd be too flat. And if it was like that, just the points would go in. So you need to make sure it sits nice on the surface. And then I'm going to use warm beige, and we're going to fill the rest of the nail with that. So with this bead, you're going to butt straight up to that moon. So I didn't bleed that bead out because I want it to move. I want it to keep moving. I didn't want it to stay still because I've got to bring it all the way down the form. So don't forget to keep your shape with those straight side walls, and then we anchor up. Then you're going to use a little bit of clear. This is mainly for the apex and just to fill in any tiny parts that I haven't got acrylic, because this groove here will need just a little bit of clear acrylic. I'm going to let that set a little bit, and then we will pinch this nail. I'm going to take the pinching tool off and the sculpting form. I'm going to file this in my normal filing routine. So I'm going to do the side walls first. Make sure they come nice and straight out. You don't want them dropping, or you don't want them, you know, scooping up. You need to concentrate when you're filing a shape like this, because it's very tempting to just start to round this edge off. You don't want to do that. And I'm going to do my cuticle area. Now you want to watch this and be careful. You don't want to over file that cuticle because you want to keep the colour nice and strong. When you're filing, you do want the colours to sort of meet. You want to file through the colours so you get an even sharper line. You can then angle your free edge a little bit neater. You want to sculpt most of it out with your brush, but you will have to come in with your file and just perfect that shape. you've got a nice angle. And then that will be rounded off there. And then let's file the rest of the nail and contour this. Check all the angles, make sure that everything's correct. So I could see that this side needed filing a little bit more. So if I put the file onto both of this edge and this edge at the same time, I'll get them equal. I'm going to buff over with my white sand block. Once you've done that, you're going to wipe over with acetone. I'm going to finish off with top coat. That'll bring out the sparkle of that gorgeous colour. I think the contrast of the blue and the nude looks gorgeous. Pop that into the lamp. Once that's cured, I'm going to finish with cuticle oil. So there you are, that's how to create the perfect moon. Look how sharp that is. That's how, phew! Look at that. So sharp. Super easy as well, as you saw. So there you are, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And all the products that I've used today will be listed below. As always, I've got a bit of acrylic stuck on the side of my hand. Just pet that off. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Listen, down here, they say...
What, under the desk there?
They say almond.
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 And they say it wrong.
Almond.
Almond.
Almond. There's an L in it, isn't there?
Yeah.